our traditional area over on this side by Birch Mountain, the west end of this area here, that's where we grew up. So we'd have the moose, and we also ate the buffalo, the bear, and in the summer, we'd have the geese and the different kind of birds, ducks, fish. In the fall, of course, we'd have berries, be able to hunt the moose again because then they're nice and fat, the bull moose. But the people never killed any female moose because, to leave them to reproduce for next year and stuff. We used to have caribou as well. The caribou used to come up to here. Now they don't do that, of course. And with the moose, it was the main source of meat that we had because we had to preserve it. And the way we preserved it was through dry meat. And we'd make dry meat. And then we'd have some for the year. We'd make some grease with the fat, and we'd have that. Same with the bear. Bear grease was very important for medicine and also just to eat. It was good. How we preserved that was with a moose gallbladder. We'd blow it up, dry it, and then you'd pour the bear grease in there, and then preserve that, and that was really good. Of course, the moose hide was really important because we only wore moccasins then. There was no different kind of shoes, so my mom everybody, all the women knew how to, make moose hide then. Today, I think you might see two ladies and old ladies in the community that know how to do that. We do. We remember how, but doing it is a different story. The moose, most of it was boiled, and we did eat everything. The moose head, and the moose nose is a delicacy, and some of the organs, even the hoops. You'd put them by the fire all day long, and then turn them, and then they'd be ready by the end of the day. And of course, the dry meat, and fried meat as well. Yeah, most of everything was fried, though. Boiled and fried. So there was no other. We didn't have any kind of fancy stuff then. No vegetables. So we did what we could with what we had. Well, today we have, stoves that we use rather than fire. But I can tell you from growing up on the land that food always tastes better cooked on a fire. And of course, unless you're a chef and you have your big kitchen, then it's of course a little bit of a different story. But there's a difference in the taste. When you make the kill, then you usually offer tobacco and give thanks for getting the moose. Long ago, they used to do different things like, you see in the movies where they take a bite of the liver and stuff like that. Now it's kind of dangerous with all the animals being contaminated from the oil sands. But and when we eat, we have to say a prayer at the beginning. A lot of times people today say a prayer just on their own. It doesn't. Long ago you did it just like in the other churches. They say a prayer before they eat. Same concept, and always sharing our food with everybody. When you had a visitor, you gave them your best and made sure that they ate when they came to visit. took care of them, even if it was your last piece of meat, you still fed them when they came to visit. That was an important piece of our culture, Based on how we were long ago with the clean environment, everything was so readily available in our region. Why, we used to travel to different areas for each season. So you had a winter camp, spring camp, summer camp, and fall camp, and then you do that every year. So each area, we harvested different things, for berries, for moose, for medicines, and fish. Everything was so readily available, and you just took it right off the land because everything was so clean and healthy. The environment was so good, They had all the vegetation where the animals were able to feed, and the medicine grew. We didn't have to go like today. You have to go, when you pick medicine, you need to go to a clean place. Today you have to go away to go and pick medicine. How you prepared the foods was very, very important as well. You were very careful because you had only so much. You had to think about how much you were going to prepare to be able to feed everybody that was there, right? And if you had a big family, then you always had to, be, you had to be careful. And if you had company, you still, prepared the food and you gave what you had, But still, and that alone, the practice in being respectful, being helpful, taking care of each other, that was those teachings were always alive in our days,